We meet again, random little girl, on Route 3 in Unova in Pokemon White. Last time, you crashed my game for some reason, and I just sat there talking for like 15 minutes, and then I played 999, which is the best Pokemon game to Nuzlocke. And today we're gonna have my rematch, and you're gonna lose and I'm gonna win. Ha! What do you think about that? Some dialogue that I instinctively mashed through? I see. But you see, school child with a Woobat, today is the day you die. Today is the day that everything you have ever cared about is taken away, as your dreams are crushed under my gun of water from my Oshawott. And I win, and I get to go on to the next area is what I want to do. Yeah, last time was kind of weird. What's going on in my life? Well, I did a bunch of writing, as you can see in that top right corner where I write about what I've been working on. I did a whole bunch of writing. I'm doing good on writing. I got all of my videos for the rest of the year written out, which is good. I got Batman is a Fascist 3 written, going to sometime, either late October or early November, start filming that. I'm working on the rest of the Empire of Steel. I'm currently working on part 11, got 12 and 13 written, trying to get 14 and 15 written by the end of the year. I've started planning ahead, like my next season of D&D stories, which is going to be this series called Cold West. Yeah, the campaign idea was that it was a Wild West campaign, and it's in this hot, dry desert. And then one day it just starts snowing and snowing and snowing, and it becomes a frozen apocalypse. And it ended up being a pretty good campaign. I think better than Empire of Steel. And I'm working on that now. I've got the prologue, little teaser written, got cool ideas for how to do it visually and make it look nice. Need to do more personal writing for like books and things and not just my YouTube channel, but it's nice to get things written in advance so I don't have to scramble to get them done, you know? What else is going on? I'm gonna move in a few days, finally, after like just so like when I got out of college, I very quickly got a job in my hometown at the newspaper. And I've just been living rent free in my parents' basement, and it's time. I am so ready to have my own place and to feel like a real adult, and just have responsibilities like and bills. And that sounds weird, but it'll be nice to have bills and to be able to just decide everything in my life. It's within walking distance of work. I'm so excited for this, and I'm moving in Wednesday, which is good. So next time you hear from me, I will be in a different apartment, which might have different sound quality. Which, oh wait, I have to update Oshawott, because Oshawott got evolved. Yes, Oshawott. Do what? Do it. Do it. Do or do not. There is no try, is the Star Wars quote. Switching out my team, because Do What is injured. Let's see, what else have I talk a lot about media I consume. I've actually not... I don't have that much new media to discuss today. I finished reading the Discworld novel, Thud. It's very good. It's a Discworld Guards novel. Of course it's good. I don't have really anything else to say about it. I've been watching through Middle Simpsons. It's... Honestly, I've been enjoying it a lot more than when I started going through Middle Simpsons. It's pretty good. I'm finishing up season 15. It's not classic era quality, but it's surprising how many just good gags. Like the other day, I'm like, oh right, this is from the later seasons, because I saw the Brothers and Simpsons Willy rant. You know, there's some good episodes in later seasons of The Simpsons. It's just a consistency thing that went down, is my hot take. I got that Trezzy Pyrope video. I got it edited. I got it uploaded like in advance because I knew I'd be busy with moving, like right before I was going to have that come out. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to ask what my February video is, because that I think I'll do a viewer choice video, and after they vote on that, I'll start work on that, and I'll have more to say about that video. The options are the Terminator 2 video, the We Are the Wave video, and the Silver Age Batman and Superman video. Oh, hello, Sharon. I'm not afraid of you, because Nuzlocke.app/game says that I don't have a boss fight here. What the fuck do you mean in coding overload? It's always that thing, and I never know. I just think I have a shitty laptop, and it's getting worse. It's getting to the point where HitFilm, what I use to edit my videos, like every other day, it's like, oh, you can't edit your video today because you don't have the PC specs. Bullshit. Because an hour later, you're gonna say, oh, PC specs fine, you can edit it. I've had this laptop for 6 years. It's kind of just running. It's kind of just running out of steam. But I have bills now, so I can't buy a new laptop because I have to focus on other expenses. And I know that you can. Oh, Jesus Christ, that lag! Whoa. That lag spike from just entering a Pokemon Center. That's bad. I know you can fight N in this town, and then you have Lenora, so those are the goals to do. Okay. Good, let's heal up my Pokemon, and then we'll go. And I did that last week where I talked about how I really, really hope that Homestuck Beyond Canon, it gets that end of Act 1 before I make my next Homestuck video, because I'm going to talk about has Homestuck Beyond Canon gone better in the past year, and I think it has, but, it would be nice if it had this big end of act that was really good and proved what is the point of this? Why are there train tracks that just go nowhere? Because it's New York City, baby. Final season of What We Do in the Shadows is coming soon, and I'm very excited for that. I think that's just a great show. Actually, do you know what's a problem? I know how to pirate like animated stuff. I know how to pirate like cartoons and anime because there's really hello N, my rival, best rival. Well, I have mixed feelings on that as a rival, but I think he's a contender for the best. He has a few flaws. But anyway, I'm just gonna mash through my text, and then we're gonna fight you, El. I'm kind of over leveled because I gotta be up to snuff for Lenora and didn't want to grind after, and so I did it before. And Jesus Christ, it was just laggy tonight. I don't know. It's just a laptop problem. But anyway, I don't know the websites that you use to pirate television. I need to find out just where I can just. Cause I don't fucking download. I know, like, oh, just download the torrent. No, I don't. I think it's good that piracy exists, but also I think that every fucking person who does piracy, like, in my experience, like, 9 times out of 10, they're just the fucking worst. Like, Jesus, these websites are 95% ads, and they're all ads for viruses. Oh, I'm not downloading from this community. Are you crazy? No, I'm not fucking doing that. I don't trust any of you people, even slightly. So I need to find a way to pirate that TV show because I'm not fucking paying. Yeah. I'm not getting into an argument about piracy. It's fine. Maybe I should do my Pinwheel Forest exterior check before. God damn, that is laggy. Like is it that my laptop just can't run black and white? Because, I mean, to be fair, this is, like, by far the most intensive, well, I mean, there's black too and white too, but it does kind of push the DS a bit, but still, you'd think I have a decent laptop, well, it was decent 6 years ago, and I think I've just run it too much, and, like, its cards aren't working very its drives aren't working as well as they should be. I don't know. I I really it is so frustrating anytime I have to try and like work like cuz I don't have the computer knowledge that I should. Like if someone says like, "Oh, that's fine. You just have to um see, I can't even repeat the solutions I saw online because I just could not understand them. They were so over my head. I am like that's the pro. I am an okay programming. I took a few programming classes in college just so I could do very rudimentary game design. Um, and I'm okay at programming. At least I understand in theory. It's just that, oh god, I get ah it is always just one little thing that I do wrong that causes it to not work and just oh, it is the most frustrating when you're just staring at a program like why the fuck aren't you working? What did I do wrong? Why is there that red squiggly? It's not telling me why there's that goddamn red squiggly. What how the fuck do I fix this? Okay, it's not red squiggly anymore. What do you mean it's still not fucking working? Ah, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Okay. And N is defeated, and I think next time is when we'll do Lenora. Or maybe I'll do it this time. Maybe, yeah, I can probably do it this time. I don't think Lenora is a very dangerous gym leader. Goodbye, N. I'm skipping your dialogue. I remember it being deep when I was 10, and I've never reread it since then. Now, because you looked at the museum, you know that you need on Uber's Legendary so that you can beat the Elite Four. Bravo, you like being good at battles, and I'm pretty sure that's the core message of your character that battles are good and that you like when Pokemon fight and are owned by trainers. And are you gonna let me through, random dude? You is gonna let me through. Or was that a doctor? You're a doctor. Heal my Pokemon. Or do I have to beat the shit out of you first? I do have to beat the shit out of you first. Have at ye, random lady. Yeah, so finishing up Empire of Steel is what I'm working on. I uh, have that Thanksgiving just little mini video explaining like a bit from a Bim Bam that I worked on a bit today. I need to get back into because I was distracted by other projects. I do want to work on. I have a very good game idea that I want to get made. This uh, sort of like the Oregon Trail, but at the end it turns into the Donner Party and they cannibalize, and it like has these themes about manifest destiny being monstrous, and I want to make that game. Yeah, so I got two encounters I can do real quick. Just two encounters. Let's see what we're gonna get. Pidove. I already have a Pidove according to that riddle little Pokeball in the corner, so I'm gonna have my dog kill you. Actually, so that's a thing that is happening. Like right now, there is a stray cat living in my parents' bushes, and I've been trying to tame the stray cat, like leaving food so it'll come close and try and pet it so that I can bring it inside and give it a collar and spay it and make it a domesticated inside cat, and it hates being inside. I've been able to like bait it inside a few times by like putting food beyond the door and hiding behind the door so it comes in for the food and then I shut the door and it just hides. It's okay, it's nice and friendly and will let you pet it if you're outside, but it just it hates being inside. It just freaks out so much. But also cats live longer inside, and it's good for you, kitty. Come on, get out of your comfort zone. Be my pet. Be my pet. Okay, you have fighting moves, so I'm gonna switch to Oshawott. Does Oshawott have a thing? Tackle, shit, and kill. And then I'm gonna get a Timber. It's a fighting type with a wooden plank. And I know that legally the game considers these to be two different areas, but also, no, they fucking are. Or considers these to be the same area, but like, there's the route outside Pinwheel Forest, and then there's the interior forest, and they're very clearly different areas on the map. I don't know what the game's on about, like, oh, these are two different areas. Screw you, game. I'm counting them separately. Take it up with the Nuzlocke police if you have a problem. And Rumor Control 7873 says, on my What Killed Homestuck. I think a lot of people don't terribly understand that Hussey didn't exactly want the comic to go on for as long as it did, or suddenly attract the sizable following it's known for, and their vision started to start wrapping up loose ends and prepare for the end of the comic so that people will go away and do something else with their annoying lives. IMO, the entire point of the comic is to be entertained by some silly life lessons and then stop reading the comic and go outside and live your life to the fullest, taking what you've learned and applying it till you die. I don't know if Homestuck's like a comic with like lessons that exist to teach you life lessons about like playing outside. I don't I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Um I don't think that Andrew Hussey, like, I do think the comic ended up being much longer than Andrew Hussey intended, but I don't think that Andrew Hussey's like, oh, I never wanted this to be popular. Maybe surprised that the comic got as popular as it did, but I don't think Hussey's like, ugh, I hate that people are reading this and enjoying this. And I don't think that's drawn out because I think it's drawn out because there was more story that Hussey wanted to tell and wanted to at least try to do things properly and thought that they wouldn't be done properly if the comic was shorter, is my opinion. And let me into the fucking forest. Let me into the fucking forest. I don't know. The whole meta narrative stuff is just a poke in your side or a tongue in cheek way of saying that all this is a silly comic we are writing together. It's in a sorts because many of the comic's directions were taken literally from either user prompts or fan sentiment. A great many characters exist largely to drive towards the end of the comic, and many people see the story as a friendly narrative with relatable characters and not a wacky adventure about growing up and not playing around so much anymore. There are parts of that I think the meta narrative is one of the things about Homestuck that was the most important to Hussey. I don't think it's just like a random gag meant to poke fun of the audience. I genuinely think it is about more than anything what Homestuck is about is this meta narrative. Yeah, show me the fossils. I don't give a shit. And also the rocks for the thingamajigs. Um, I think Hussey did take the meta narrative serious, and that's why the meta narrative is receives so much focus. And it is sometimes like elements of the comic are a joke, and fans aren't supposed to take them as seriously as they do. Like some characters are jokes or just meant to advance the story. And I do think it is a big problem that people see Homestuck as just this friendly comic with relatable characters, and they want, oh, I don't want any bad things to happen to these characters. I just want them to be happy and not have anything bad happen to them. And I hate that is a terrible sentiment in the fandom that I think is a very big problem, and why so much of the later stuff is disliked is because like people like Homestuck's a very mean comic. It's mean to the characters in it. It's kind of always making fun of the reader a little. There is a lot of heart in the comic. It's a comic that does know when to take itself seriously, but it is a mean comic that makes fun of the reader. And I feel like a lot of people don't treat it as this kind of spiteful, kind of incredibly melancholy, incredibly dark comic with characters who are bad people who make mistakes. They just treat it as this like, ooh, these are my blorbos who I'm going to smash together from my comic. And like I feel like that attitude severely hurts. I don't have an experience share. Why am I looking for an experience share? I'm gonna switch train rumor, but like I do think that people don't treat the comic as what it is. I do wonder if it's because it's a comic that had so much of its fan base like born on Tumblr. So much of it is just like from these fans becoming fans of it from fucking fan art and fan fiction, as opposed to the actual comic, which is dense and long and full of so much dialogue and complexity. I wonder if that does shape a lot of people's like opinions and how they engage with the text. Is not via the actual comic, but via the fan community, which isn't always like accurate to the community. Like I've been doing these interviews with these people who I'm gonna do training up my because I'm actually kind of really worried about Lenora. I get a feeling she's going to be a tough boss. Um, so I'm going to train up this Timber so he can deal with Lenora. Um, like I was talking to the guys who made Taking Back Canon, which is one of these comics uh, that I've been reading as part of this video, and they're like, well, we wanted everyone to have a happy ending and grow as people, and like, okay, that's nice, but that's not what Homestuck was. Like, and contrast this with what I've been working on with this Trezzy video, and Trezzy's end of the comic, she's not happy. She doesn't get a happy ending. Like, because of what Trezzy goes through in the comic and the decisions and sacrifices she makes, she is fucking miserable when Homestuck ends. It is not a happy ending for her. Like the epilogues do a great job with Trezzy, and I actually talk about that in the video that comes out in a week. There's this great line from Trezzy that game over, like her doing the retcon. It basically made her lose a part of her soul. She took away so much of herself, so much of her character development, so much of the big important moments that defined her as a person. She got rid of those to save everyone else, to save Vriska primarily, and because of that, there is this hole in her heart. She is missing pieces of herself. She saved everyone, but it didn't save her, is how she puts it, and it's a great way to uh, phrase that character. And then if you look at that and you're like, well, I want this to have a happy ending for Trezzy. Actually, not a lot of people, even though Trezzy is probably the least happy at the end of the comic. I haven't seen a lot of in these fan comics like, ooh, we need to write it to give Trezzy a happy ending. Some of them do, but very few of them are like that as their stated goal. Burning Down the House, I guess, kind of does that, and Burning Down the House is one of the better fan endings. Um, but like Trezzy is so compelling as a character because she ends the comic bittersweet, because she is unsatisfied, because at the end of the comic she's leaving Earthsea to go and find Vriska to try and get back what she had to give away to save everyone. And comics being dark and serious, in addition to just being wacky, that is what made Homestuck. And I'm gonna be ranting about this for probably another goddamn year. That I think Homestuck has to be dark, and I think no Homestuck ending would be good unless it was incredibly, incredibly melancholy and bittersweet, because that is what Homestuck was as a comic. It was not a happy comic. It was not a comic where good things happen to characters and it's a comic where I don't know, I'm stumbling over my words. The point is, I'm working on my Homestuck videos. And next time, I'm going to fight Lenora. Well, I'm going to finish up this trainer, and I think there's one next week. But next time, I'm going to fight Lenora, and I'm going to go through Pinwheel Forest, and then I think we finally arrive in New York City. Yes, the town where the vampires from What We Do in the Shadows live. Those great vampires that I adore from that show. It's just such a good, funny... It's a funny show. Maybe I'll do some training off screen of my Timber. I don't know. And like, see, like these like sudden spikes of like encoder overdrive not working, something. Like where it's not filming right and we're getting lag spikes. That just stopped completely for no apparent reason. Like later, maybe it's because it's a different area of the game. I don't fucking know. But the point is, hey, fight me, you toddler. Just let me beat up this toddler, so I can then go beat up a librarian whose design is not especially politically correct. I don't know. I don't think it was intended to look like a 1950s black lady stereotype, but she did. Oh, by the way, there was those fucking Pokemon leaks. Yeah, and they like revealed like real life inspirations for some of the Unova leaders. And who inspired who is the inspirer of Drayden? Because I remember it being shocking, and then seeing like, oh yeah, he does look just like that famous actor. Also, Skyla's Hispanic, apparently, or at least her inspirations was. Because I don't think Lenora actually had black inspirations from that sheet. Also, fucking. So, Typhlosion. So, Typhlosion. And like Octillery and Rapidash and Slaking. But, so Typhlosion. About that. Honestly, I think it's fine. It's not in game. It's just like Pokemon, like Pokemon having fairy tales and myths in universe similar to myths in real life. I think it's fine. It's fine. They didn't release it as the thing, so it's not canon or anything. Actually, speaking of things that are canon from that leak, so like that diagram that was below Arceus in Heart Gold Soul Silver Sinjoh Ruins. We know what those are now. That's a diagram of the Pokemon gods and how they're related. And I mean, obviously, this isn't super canon anymore. The series is adjusted. I'm gonna heal up before I fight that man with the hat. What was I going to say? But yeah, like that diagram. It's like of how all the legendaries are related. Gyarados is on there for some fucking reason. And there isn't Giratina because it didn't exist yet. Oh, Giratina didn't exist yet. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Not being able to run sometimes when you're paralyzed, that's bad. That's a fun mechanic. That's a fun mechanic. I don't like that mechanic. That's a mean mechanic. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to switch around my team, and then I'm going to... Actually, you know what? I think after this wild Pokemon, I am going to end the video, and I'm going to beat up Basketball Man next time. But yeah, that's really cool diagram that we know. Hey, what the fuck? So, like, it gives Arceus as, like, creation myth, like, born from chaos, and then pieces of it split off, and it fought and killed those, like, pseudo-Arceuses that split off of the main Arceus. What was that? Okay. And eventually it gives birth to its children, Dialga and Palkia, and then Palkia creates Pokemon in its image, and Dialga creates humans in its image? That's okay. So humans are like Dialga. So, like, humans Pokemon question mark game theory? Turns out, kinda. They're kinda Pokemon, but they're like Pokemon's cousins created by Dialga, and Pokemon are created by Palkia. Okay. I don't know what to do with this information. This is more shocking than the Typhlosion thing, I think. I want more of that lore. I want to see Arceus' brothers that split off it and were killed. I want that. Honestly, if I were to make, like, fucking theory videos, you know what would be the big, like, ooh, this is the conspiracy about the Pokemon series. What I genuinely think. I think that the Pokemon series is a video game in universe because they talk about game mechanics, NPCs, and well, that's a thing that happens in a lot of games. But also, you can like turn Pokemon into data and trade them with other trainers. How does that work if the Pokemon were not already made of data? Like Pokemon are made out of data. They're Pokemon in universe. Like it's like fucking Sword Art Online and like Porygon. How they're able to make a living creature. How they're able to make I hit the wrong button. How they're able to make a living creature by just making a computer program because they exist in the computer program. This is them making their own Pokemon by manipulating the source code of the game that they're in, I think. And that's what Unknown are. Because, like, Unknown are, they're letters. Do you know what those letters I think they are? They're like the code of the game. That's why so much Unknown, like, gathered up together can be used to rewrite reality, because it's literally, like, issuing new programming commands, rewriting the game, I think. And this is my Pokemon conspiracy theory. And subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be renaming it to like Matt Pat but not bad. Actually, that's just Alex Bale. So, subscribe for when I go full Alex Bale and I panic over people watching my videos and then make this really good horror mini-series that is framed as a bunch of SpongeBob game theories. Um, Seriously, check out Alex Bale. Is just an amazing series. Like the fact that like he's like, ooh, I'm gonna tell SpongeBob theories, and then interstitched with them are like this horror series about like alien imposters replacing people, and then the theories are about the same thing. It's like in SpongeBob, aliens are replacing people with imposters. Okay, hey, what's going on in your real life, Alex Bale? Or real within the. Just fucking. Why can't I kill this goddamn tadpole? It's a fucking tadpole, time pool, whatever. And I was supposed to end this video like 5 minutes ago, but I'm still going to get that experience for rumor control so that I'm all trained up for my fight against Lenora. So yeah, Pokemon exists. It is in universe. Pokemon is a video game. The characters live in a video game. They're semi I'm aware of it, but they don't think about it very much. Maybe they have like a block on their memories, but occasionally that explains Rotom. Are you fucking kidding me? Stop using your goddamn supersonic. I swear to God, I'm going to round up and exterminate. You're only level 13. Good. I am going to leave you with Typhlosion. Or maybe Slacking. I'm leaving you with one of them. And then you're going to. This ramble's gotten weird. It's gone very weird, I think. Don't growl at me. Anyway, let's just speed it up so that I can finish this, so I can go to sleep for one of the last times before I move out. Good, good. Nothing else on this route, I hope. Rumor controls getting experience. What level does that evolve? I should look that up. I'll look it up off screen. Okay. This is just a big fucking area. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, just some items. Like, I really don't know this game very well. I've played it once, like 10 years ago, and played like halfway through a few times since then. There's another trainer. There's another basketball boy. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm whispering so he doesn't heal me. Tell you what, I'm doing extra long because I did extra short last time because the game crashed randomly twice, and I played 999, which is a really good game. You should play 999. It's a great video game. All three of the Zero Escapes are great games. One of them is worse than the others. And the AI series, like Somnium Files and Nirvana Initiative, are good. I wouldn't mind another one. Like, hey, Nirvana Initiative and that Pokemon theory that I was talking about and Homestuck are all kind of the same thing. And you know, if you have my same specific hyperfixations, you understand what I just said perfectly. It makes perfect sense. I had nothing to goddamn talk about in this part, but I'm still going. And I don't know why. I underestimated how big this outside of Pinwheel Forest was. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And I'm poisoned. I hope I get the experience. I think you get it in Castelia. You get so many things in Castelia. Okay. And next time I should be okay with Lenora. Yeah, Lilypup, I can kick that dog. Watch me kick that dog with my rumor control. I'm gonna kick the shit out of that dog, and then I'm gonna end this video after I kick that dog. Call me Michael Vick. Yeah. 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 I need to go back to writing down talking points in advance. Like, that was smart when I did that, like, for a few months. Why'd I stop doing that? I don't remember. Oh, there's more? Fuck it, this is over.